consider the jumping that you're doing in basketball, probably not the best thing for your knees, and especially in the condition that they're in. I know you love playing basketball, but it may be something you may have to sacrifice if you want to not be in pain.
And I've seen plenty of knee surgeries with Dr. Bob Scheinberg, and there comes a point where you just, if you're going to continue on with your exercise, where you just don't have a choice. The good thing about a replaced knee, you'll never have pain again in your knee. So we're going to go. 53 Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket. George DeJohn on the Train Station Fitness Show. This has been the All About You show. Unfortunately, it's really not all been about you. Not many of you called in.
It's been about us.
Yeah, it's been about all of us. So we're trying to make it about you. We are going to just do what we can to get as many calls in now as possible that people are calling. 214-787-1310. We've got outside of Texas or anywhere really, 877-528-1310. It's all about you. Call us with your questions. Let's go to Craig Davey in Ennis, Texas.
Hello, George. How are you?
Great, thank you. How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing good. Hey, I heard you earlier talking about that you burst train every day, and I thought that was kind of a no-no.
It is a no-no. If I said that, I didn't mean that.
Okay. I thought I heard you say, well, I do it every day, and I've been doing it 3 days a week, like a full body deal, but I wanted to make sure that that's not what I heard, because I was ready to increase it and go to 5 days.
No. Craig, what I would say with burst training, depending on the amount of time you spend doing it, no more than 4 or 5 days a week. So if you do burst training, let's say for 20 minutes a day, you could probably do it 5 days a week. I wouldn't do any more. If you're doing it like some professional athletes are doing it for 40 minutes a day, you probably only need 3 or 4, because your metabolism is absolutely flipping out for so many hours afterward that if your goal is to stay lean and stay healthy and fit, you don't have to do more. Remember this, if you overtrain, and I'm not saying burst training is it, but if you overtrain, you can also lower testosterone by up to 40%. We're trying to help the body, not hurt the body.
Yeah, the whole idea here is that you don't even need to burst train every day, because when you do burst training properly, and by the way, I've got all the guidelines for burst training. If you're confused, you still don't know what burst training is, I've got the guidelines on my website, CompleteHealthDallas.com. You just go there and you read about what burst training is. If you want the science, go to George's site, 21 Day Body Makeover. He's got that link on the bottom right. But the bottom line is, when you do burst training properly, your metabolism is elevated for 48 hours. So there's no reason to do burst training the second day. It's better to rest and allow your body and your muscles to recover, because you're going to get more muscle growth that way. So every other day is probably ideal, as long as you really give it your best.
Let's go to Mary. You're on Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket.
Hey, George. This is Mary. How are you today?
Good. Hi, Mary.
I'm doing great. Hey, I really want to tell you I appreciate your show. I listen to it every Saturday. I'd like to know more about the ultimate goal of burst training. Is this something that my husband and I both can do? Because we have different goals. I might want to be more lean and fit. He wants to be add muscle mass and be fit. But is it something we can both do?
Mary, I absolutely love that question, and I am ashamed at myself for not tackling it earlier. We're going to hang up and let you go and listen, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so check this out. Webster, I want you to take this from a standpoint of someone who wants to lift super, super, super heavy, okay? They want to be power lifters, and I'm going to take it from the other side.
Okay.
Burst training, it depends on the goal, right? Just like you're talking about. If you're trying to be lean, even if you're trying to be an aerobics instructor, let's say, burst training can help, because not only does it make you lean, it creates muscular balance, provided you're working the entire body. Not doing burst training with calves or biceps, not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but by using multiple joints, your chest, when you do your chest, when you do your legs, when you do your back, makes you very well balanced and fit. With that said, if you want to lift heavy, how does burst training help you with increased air, oxygen?
Burst training also increases your testosterone and your growth hormone.
Right.
So I recommend, if he wants to be, she said her husband wants to add muscle, but he also wants to be fit.
Right.
So it's not like he wants to be a 550-pound bench presser or a 1,000-pound squatter.
Even if he did, talk about the benefits of how it helps you with recovery and your breath when you're pushing that weight up and you're in that Valsalva state.
Right. Well, when you increase. Okay, the way I'm going to approach this is, if you do burst training, you're going to increase your hormones, your anabolic hormones that are going to, so growth hormone and testosterone. I'm going back to this. You will increase those two very important hormones that are anabolic, meaning they build you up. So when you do your powerlifting or your heavy weightlifting, you're going to build more muscle more efficiently that way. Plus, the burst training is going to make him fit. He didn't want to just be huge. He wanted to add muscle and be fit. So burst training is very appropriate.
And what people can also do if you do want to be a lot bigger is you can do burst training 3 days a week. And if you want to do exercises to put on muscle that's not burst training, you can do your heavy lifts on the alternate days if you wish. Okay? Dr. Light, comments?
None. I'm deferring to the experts here.
Tina?
Well, you just answered my question. I was going to say, so tell the man how he does it. 3 days a week of burst training, 3 to 4 days a week of burst training.
I would do no more than, if you're a person looking to put muscle on,
yes,
and because burst training will help with releasing your growth hormone, releasing testosterone. That's fantastic. I would say 3 days a week, no more of it. The alternate days of another 2 to 3 days a week, I would do your heavy lifts.
I want to
these
say
are guys
this
that go
though.
in and spend an hour on chest and back.
Right.
They split it up. So 3 days a week, they're going to go, well, I can't get it all done
Well,
in 3 days.
you know what? Maybe they can't. Maybe those are the
Yeah,
guys
they
that are
do.
taking the juice that can recover so fast they can do it again the next day or the same day. I mean, it depends. Go ahead.
You can do your powerlifting and your burst training in the same workout.
Well, because the burst training's over sooner.
Well, you do 10 to 15 minutes of power lift. Do your heavy workout, your heavy squats, your heavy bench press, and then finish up with 2 or 3 burst sets. You'll get that fat burning stimulation. You'll get the growth hormone and testosterone release, but you'll also have a few heavy sets to really put on the bulk and the power.
We only have time for one more call. Let's go to Bruce. Bruce, you literally have 30 seconds. You're on the ticket, Bruce. 30 seconds. Go.
Great. I just want to ask Dr. Webster about red yeast rice, and it's really effective for reducing cholesterol.
Yeah, yes, it is, but that might
Hold on. Answer the question. Say it out loud because I don't know he was loud enough.
The question was, is red yeast rice effective to lower cholesterol? Yes, it's basically statin drugs like Lipitor are basically synthetic forms of red yeast rice, to put it simply. Yes, they do lower cholesterol, but I'm not saying that that's an appropriate thing or a good thing necessarily.
Or the only approach.
Well, I'm not even saying lowering cholesterol is good. It
Right.
might not even be good to lower your cholesterol. And then there's a coenzyme Q10 problem, so you're gonna also lower your CoQ10, which is an essential molecule for energy production.
All right, we got to go. Dr. Kevin Light, thank you so much for being here, offering your expertise. I love having you on the show. We're going to have you on more. We can get you to talk more. Tina, fantastic job as a trainer. If you want to get in touch with all these people, Tina, give it super fast. We're going to be over. Hurry up.
Fitness.tina@gmail.com.
Dr. Light,
TIFM.com.
TIFM.com. Webster,
CompleteHealthDallas.com.
everybody knows where to get me. Let's talk to the T-Box.
Men and ladies.
Hello?
Lady.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, hello.
Hello,
All right.
pal. How you doing?
You guys scared the crap out of me this morning.
Why?
Because, like, everything healthy causes cancer. I was getting nervous.
Well, it's not that everything healthy causes cancer. We just need to enlighten people to get out of 1972.
I'm just busting your chops. I will say one thing. Whenever I'm driving around my community and I see guys jog, they don't look very healthy.
You
It's like
think?
they're in utter pain. They do. They look.
Flapping in the
They're
wind.
contorted. They look out of shape.
And nothing looks firm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's all-
Flapping in the wind.
Hey, now.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, you guys.
Some people love it though. It's one of those feel-good drugs.
Yeah, Dr. Light and I were
Yeah,
talking
so-
about this. The endorphin release is probably just due to the fact that you're damaging yourself so much. Your body is releasing those things to make yourself not hurt so bad.
So I wonder, you should ask Craig Miller this, George, because he does a lot of biking, and then he's also training for a marathon for this weekend. And I wonder how he's doing with all that.
Well, I think we have to keep in mind, and I've always stated this, and I'll always stick with this. If your goal is to perform the marathon, then everyone on this panel is completely wrong. Do it, because that's your
Right.
goal. If your goal is to be healthy, then you're wrong.
You think running marathons I think consistently is maybe once a quarter, once every 6 months? Do you think that takes years off your life?
Absolutely.
There's people that do
And
it
that
every
was Dr.
weekend.
Kevin Light saying that, by the way.
Absolutely. I mean, you only have so much wear and tear left in your body, and you're just burning the candle bright in terms of degrading everything.
Huh. Is that because of the impact, or is it because just the...
It's
Well,
the
like
wear
you
and
did
tear
that
of the
other-
joints and muscles. It's the oxygen. It's the free radicals that are inflaming your whole body, and it's just
And the
there's
constant-
nothing good about
and the
it.
constant
So if you do it
cortisol.
on a low-impact treadmill, that hurts just as much?
Yeah,